Wednesday, April 16, 2014. This is Mercedes Diesel Guy, and this is my 1983 Mercedes 240 Diesel. I am starting on what I believe is the last bit of rust repair I need to do on the passenger side of the unibody. And basically, what I'm going to do tonight is I'm going to get the rear wheel off here. And I know there's a spot kind of right there behind the wheel that I have to repair. Probably going to end up breaking out the grinder and welding in another piece of metal there. And as I said, that'll be it for the unibody on this side of the car. I still have to remount the front fender and make a repair to the fender, but that's a bolt-on item. Other than that, passenger side's in pretty good shape. And once this bit of metal work is done, I still need to smooth out a couple of spots on the rear quarter panel, as well as de-trim the car and whatnot, but I'm getting ahead of myself, so I'm going to get this wheel off now, inspect that spot, and start making the repair. Okay, I have the rear wheel off now, and these are the two spots that I remembered from when I was working on the car, cleaning these wheel wells probably a year and a half ago. Maybe not quite that long. So what I'm going to do right now is get back under here with my grinder and wire brush attachment and see how much of this comes off, because as with any rust, especially on these cars, what you see is usually just the beginning. So I'm gonna see how far these go and then get to making some repairs. Okay, so this is what I uncovered, and it's actually not as bad as I'd feared. I have a small, almost pinhole right here, which I should be able to plug up in just a couple of seconds. Otherwise, it really was just surface rust here, so I'll be able to recoat that, and that'll be fine. And over here, the hole's a little worse than I thought, but I will be able to weld this up. It actually isn't too bad yet. I'll be able to re-strengthen that in just a couple of minutes. Of course, my fear, as always with repairs like this, is that I just won't be able to get to the back side and treat something like this so it won't rust out further. So I figured to myself, there's got to be a way to access the back side of this, and I actually found it in about a minute. So let me show you how to access that. Basically, I opened the back door here, and I just visually ballparked from the outside of the car where that spot was. And what I did was I actually just popped off this plastic panel right here, which I'll just be able to pop in after. And I'm not sure if you'll be able to see anything in there. In fact, let me grab a flashlight. So inside the, for lack of a better word, the shock tower here, I noticed a rubber plug, and you can see the hole there. I pulled the rubber plug out, which, by the way, is still nice and soft. I'll be able to put it back in. But I was able to confirm that this is the back side of that rust area I just showed you. So once I have the repair done, I'll be able to spray rust encapsulator, and after that, heavy-duty anti-rust into there, so that should prevent, or at least help prevent, the return of rust in the future. So my plan of action for the moment is to work for just another minute or so with the grinder, make sure I have all the rust off, and then I'm going to make a piece to patch this and start coating that in the weld-through primer, because that's got to cure for about 20 minutes before I can actually weld on it. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now, and once I have that panel ready, I'm going to weld this closed. And here I am, done for the night. I got the holes closed up, and I've actually coated all the repairs now in Eastwood's rubberized rust encapsulator. So once this is dry completely in a day or two, I'm actually going to do a little bit of seam sealing around these repairs just to be sure. And I've actually also coated the backs of all of these. I used the actual safety gray I've also coated the backs of all these repairs. I went in for this one through the hole I showed you earlier, and what I used on the back of everything was the safety gray rust encapsulator, and I used that because it actually seems to flow better through the flexible spray wand I have. And I pulled out these two body plugs right here to get to the backs of these. So, like I said, next time I'm out here, I'm going to seam seal these repairs, and once that's dry, I can bed liner the whole wheel well. So, this is Mercedes Diesel Guy. Thanks for watching.